cow. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm heading out for a wild camp into some beautiful conditions for a change. At least right now. I think there's a storm front coming in later, but we should have a nice calm evening to relax and eat some great food and enjoy a few beers. I got a new pack, very big, with a lot of new gear, so that'll be fun. But luckily the walk into camp's not far, so don't have to carry all this weight too long. So I'm going to push on up the hill and I'll come back to you guys for setup. Alright, made it into camp. This pack handled the weight pretty good. It's absolutely fully loaded. I got beer, 3 kilos of water, and heaps of food. But I'm gonna get it open up, get the tent set up, try to get the perfect pitch. Tent of choice for this trip is the Hilleberg Nyack. I love this little tent. It should be able to handle the winds later, and it's nice and spacious and still pretty strong. This thing is like a dream to set up. Fully freestanding, 2 poles, and just like that, it's done. Oh, I haven't had this thing out in a while. It's a lovely tent. It's going to be a great sleep in here later. I'll just check it's flat. Yeah, it should do. I think I'll get the tarp up now, even though it's not raining, just so it's done. Then we'll get the chair out and we'll crack a beer. This is just the 3x3 Alton tarp. It's pretty much what I always use. It's just a beast workhorse. Perfect strength to weight ratio, I reckon. Nice carbon fibre pole. Get some good height on here. The winds are picking up a bit. Oh no. I'm gonna have to put this into storm mode later on, I think, because it is gonna get quite windy. We have shelter just like that. Beautiful views out to the mountains and the rolling fields. And I can easily pop these down on the telescopic carbon poles to get more shelter. But I'm happy with this, should be good. All right, time to get my table and chair set up and sit down for a beer. This pack is just absolutely cavernous. It's kind of ridiculous. I think it's like 90 litre capacity, which is pretty good because sometimes I just want to take an absolute ton of gear to a camp and not worry too much about the weight. And this is what this is good for. Plus it's like essentially indestructible. Well, cheers everyone. I kind of feel like this is a celebratory camp after all the crazy storms that I've been out into. It's kind of weird for me to be camping in like clear conditions because you guys know I don't do it very often. But I tell you what, for a change, it actually is really nice. But I don't have this beer, I have 3 of them, so I can sit back, chill out, enjoy the views. Oh, that's so nice. Nectar. Oh my goodness. That's like the best beer I've ever had in my life. Something about having them out in nature. It's pure bliss. Here he is. He's going to be around here looking for food the entire time. A lot of you guys ask what predators we have here in New Zealand, and it's pretty much zero. There's only birds. There are introduced like rats and stoats, pigs and deer, but I don't often see those. So it's pretty much weka. They're my main nemesis. The clouds are starting to move pretty fast out there. This is the beginning of the front. I don't think it's supposed to hit though until about midnight, but you just never know with the forecast. I think there's supposed to be quite heavy rain later on. This is my new down jacket. It's from a company called Cactus. The same people which make this backpack and a few other things which I have to show you guys. It's it's made in New Zealand, which is actually pretty cool because I don't really have any gear, I think, from New Zealand companies. So it's going to be nice to test this out and show you how it goes. But right now, instantly I can feel a lot of heat retained in this. It's heavy duty, indestructible like the pack, built for New Zealand I guess. It's quite rugged here, so yeah. What do you guys think? And I've spilt beer on it already. Typical. It's definitely starting to get more windy and the temperature's dropped a lot. I think the storm's approaching a little bit quicker than the forecast said. Oh well, the nice weather was fun while it lasted. I think I'm just going to sit back, relax, have these beers, and I'll come back to you guys for dinner when it's a bit darker. We have daylight savings at the moment, so it's actually like 7 PM now. Doesn't really get dark till like 9, so I'm just gonna chill and we'll begin the cook up soon. Time for another beer. Then we'll get the onions caramelizing. For guess what? Hot dogs. Got some beautiful garlic infused olive oil. Should create a great flavour. Man, that smells nice. Garlicky, onions, oh. I'm really gonna let these cook down and fully caramelize. It'll take, 20 minutes or so. While I do that, I'll enjoy my beer, then we'll cook the dogs. You can hear the birds calling. The wind has died down. I can still see the clouds moving pretty fast up there. But it's just nice to be out here in nature, hosting my cooking show. These are starting to look real good now. Sweet and aromatic. I think they're about done. It's time to cook the meat. I've got Kranskis. These aren't the normal hot dogs. I reckon these are actually nicer. They take a little bit more to cook, but the flavor's pretty intense. I think what I'll do is, I'll move my stove onto the ground so it doesn't make a huge splattering mess on my table. And we get these frying up down here. Get a bit more of this garlic olive oil in there. Whoa. These are pretty girthy. They'll take a while to heat up, so I'll just sit back, enjoy the rest of my beer, and get these nice and warm. Man, look at the thickness on these. Kranskis. There'll be people watching who know way more about Kranskis than me. I just know that they taste quite nice. Oh, I can smell them. It's like a sweet, smoky, spicy aroma. I have something to confess. I've been sipping on some whiskey because I've only got a little bit of beer left and I want to save it for when I'm eating. So I've got, I think it's called Monkey Shoulder 12 year. I think it's a blend of whiskies. I've got about 100 or 150 ml in here. So I've been slowly sipping on that while it's been cooking. The winds are definitely picking up. You can hear it gushing over the trees, kind of like an incoming train. Holy cow! The winds are picking up big time. My pole just fell down. I'm gonna have to rectify that. We'll get this down and tighten it up. We're fully enclosed into A-frame mode. These gusts are really starting to come in. I think before bed I don't have to guy the whole tent out and tighten everything up because it's going to get pretty hectic later, I reckon. I just want these sausages to be done. Look at these winds gushing over the ridge. Oh, look at that. I think the Kranskis are done. We'll get them off the heat and we will assemble our feast. This time I don't have the brioche buns. I'm using just standard white bread, which might be better, I don't know, we'll see. They're not as soft as those delicious brioche, but they might be a little bit less sweet, which could be good. I also have this. Picked it up in the supermarket, especially for this camp. It's like a green chipotle hot sauce, which might go really nice with the onions. What I'll do is just pluck one out. We'll get it in there. It's pretty girthy. Get a little drizzle of that on there. And then we'll do onions. And we'll try this for the first one. See if the flavour combination is superior. All you people from Chicago and you purists, I don't think you can get mad at me for this. No ketchup yet. This should be good, man. It's massive. It's juicy. And it's fresh. Check that out. We're going for a taste. Oh. I need a bit of beer. Oh man, that's food heaven. Ooh, gentle split. I have some more condiments here. The flavour profile on this one will be slightly different. I think a bit of sweetness from that ketchup will go good, but we shall see. Honestly, how is this even real life? Beer and hot dogs. Incredible. Just to sweeten things up. I think there's cheese in these Kranskis too. But like a cheesy, smoky deliciousness. I'm calling it right now. This is hands down the best meal at camp I've ever had. And I think the normal bread's probably actually better than having brioche. For hot dogs anyway, or with the Kranskis. I think it allows the condiments and the meat to shine a bit more. Ooh. Going in with some habanero mustard. It's so much better when you wash it down with beer. I often don't drink on the camps because I need to be fully aware. It's very difficult to try and film in rough conditions and, you know, survive. But because it's not super stormy tonight, I thought I could treat myself to a few beverages. But yeah, that's usually why I don't have alcohol on camp, because it would be kind of dumb and a bit risky. I'm going to savour these. You don't have to watch me eat. You've seen it too many times before. I'm just going to enjoy it, and I'll come back to you guys after I've cleaned up. Just going to guy the tent out before bed in case the winds pick up overnight. I think it is going to get pretty windy, so it's probably smart that I do this now. Alright, the tent's all guyed out and it should be okay. I'll leave the pole up like this with all the guy lines in. I think we'll be alright tonight. It's looking pretty solid. Alright, time to make the bed. I have a new pad. Let's grab it. This is the Big Agnes Campmeister Deluxe, I think it's called. I'll get it blown up. It's a massive kind of expedition pad. It should be super comfortable. And it's way overkill for these conditions, but you know, I wanted to carry in a massive deluxe pad. So I'll get this blown up, we'll make the bed, and I'll show you inside the tent. This pad's massive, by the way, and it has like a stretch fabric on the top, I think. So it should be super comfy, and it's really thick, so it should absorb any of the uneven ground. We'll get it blown up, and we'll lay down on it. This thing is massive. Ugh. Oh yes. I can already tell it's going to be comfortable. And for the quilt, I've got something pretty cool here. I've been wanting this for quite some time. You guys know that I love the Zen Bivy, the big black quilt that I use in winter. Well, this is the same thing, but it's like a summer version. Well, not really summer, it's rated down to about 0 or 30 Fahrenheit. But it's got a new down in it. Well, it's from a different kind of animal, a duck. I think it's called Muscovy duck. But it's 900 fill power, and it's got that same lovely clip system. So it'll be really cool to test this out. This will be like my go-to kind of summer quilt, if it's up to task. I think it should be, because the other one's great. But I'll get the hood on, and the sheet and everything. We'll see how it is. And look at this, man, it's white. Quite luxurious. I like white quilts. I don't know why. For some reason, it just kind of feels like home having a white sheet. This jacket's been phenomenal, by the way. Look at that, it's got a fleece-lined neck and just massive baffles. And this material, it's entirely impervious to air penetration. And the down in it's lofty. This is, I really like this down jacket. I mean, look at these baffles in it. Can you see these big, giant baffles? It's like wearing a bulletproof sleeping bag. I'm all tucked up. This thing is essentially exactly like my other one. The same clip system and everything. It's just got less down in it. So I can have that full comfort kind of sheet experience like home, but it doesn't have to be full on winter for me to use it. But I can tell already this pad is supremely comfortable. I'll chuck a link to the gear shop, New Zealand. That's where you can get them if you're based here. You can check it out. It really helps out the channel if you guys use my links for the gear shop. Lets them know that, you know, the products are useful to you guys. But I'll report back in the morning exactly how comfortable it is. But man, right now it's just warm and squidgy. It's getting pretty windy out there. Crikey. I hope my tarp setup's okay. Whoa! You can see on this pad there's like a quilted pattern and the material stretches. It's real nice, man. And it's got these thick side baffles, so it kind of centers you into the middle of the pad. If the winds don't go mental, I think I'm gonna have a great sleep. It is supposed to rain in a few hours, so it'll probably get pretty noisy, and I'll probably switch the camera on then to see what's going on. But I think for now, just gotta chill out in the tent, hopefully drift off to sleep, and I'll see you guys in the morning for storm action. But anyway, good night guys, and I'll see you then. And pretty much as soon as I put the camera down to say goodnight, the rain has commenced. It's pretty nice and gentle at the moment, so hopefully it stays like this and it's good to sleep to. It doesn't get too loud. But anyway, I'll check back in soon, but for now, good night again. Good morning. Had a pretty good sleep. There was quite a bit of rain, but the winds didn't get up too crazy to keep me up. But man, what a morning. Listen to these birds. That's absolutely insane. Coffee fumes. Oh, I need this brew. Feel a little bit rusty after my indulgence in beers and whiskey last night. It is quite a chilly morning too. There was supposed to be snow to about 1,000 meters coming in around this morning to later on today, so probably get a dusting on the hills over that way. There's definitely a cold wind coming in. It's alright in the tent, but if I was to sit out there, it'd be pretty chilly. Oh man, that's good. Delicious. This new Big Agnes pad was an absolute dream to sleep on, by the way. It's kind of hard to explain how the stretch fabric enhances the experience, but it really kind of lets your body mold more to the surface of the pad. And it was just like fully warm, which you would expect for an R7 pad. I really like it. It's going to be perfect for these type of trips. Definitely be using this again. And the Zen Bivy quilt, as expected, just performed really, really well. So comfortable. Fully opened up the door for maximum exposure. This is such a nice tent to sit in. This full width. It's a lovely balance of strength to weight. Pretty thin materials, but it's still quite a strong tent. And it's just perfect space for one person. It always makes me happy when I use this. This is the view out the door of the tent. Just lying here in bed. Well, I guess I should probably get up, have a look around. It's kind of hard though. It's so nice lying in bed looking at this view. But I can't stay here forever. Stunning. Whew, it's chilly though. Must be near freezing. Woo! It's colder than I thought it would have been. It's nice though, no bugs. You can see the wind pushing into the tarp. It's a very cold breeze. Lucky I got this big jacket, otherwise it'd be freezing. I'm gonna get another coffee on, then I think I'll do a quick little breakfast. I got a can of beans and sausages, which will be nice and comforting. It does look like there's snow clouds though, out behind the camera on the mountains. And I think that's coming in my way. It's not gonna snow here, but I think in like an hour or two there could be more rain. But I'll probably be gone by then. But I'll get this on, and we'll get some food going. Ugh, come on. The wick is back, just in time for breakfast. The good old Waddies, baked beans and sausages in the can. Not health food, but we're out camping, so that's okay. You can probably hear some sheep in the background. Make that funny kind of, it's not like a bleat, They go like, it's like a working farm kind of back on those hills. It's kind of weird for me to hear that, because usually I'm out in like national parks. Well, I'm in the national park now, but way up in the remote bush, so you don't hear any animals like this. But I kind of like it, you know. It's like a good old sheep paddock camp. Kind of like what the Brits do, you know. I watch some of those guys and they all seem to have sheep up in the mountains. I'm not that familiar with the terrain over in England, Wales and Scotland. But it does look nice, some of it. I would probably like to go there one day and do a camp. Everyone tells me in the comments that, you know, the worst conditions that I ever have here is like a summer's day in Scotland, so maybe I have to go and experience it for myself and report back. Look at him, no fear at all. This is definitely better if I elevate it with some cheese, but unfortunately I don't have any with me. But regardless, it's still tasty. Oh, these little kind of spicy sausages, you can see there, what a delicacy. I know they're not the most healthy thing in the world, and I get berated in the comment section quite a bit about my food choices. But what you guys have to remember is you're only seeing a very, very small snapshot of what I'm eating on these camps. So don't worry if you're concerned about my sugar consumption or my meat or whatever, because at home you can rest assured that I'm eating a nice, very balanced diet. In case you're concerned. I think, I don't know, it's not a very normal situation to have thousands of people commenting on your behaviour. So you got to keep that in mind. I'm just a human camping. Seriously though, about 99% of everyone who watches and comments and stuff, they're all very positive. And I appreciate it, and I do read them, and I do get some really good tips. Like whoever told me to do Tim Tam Slam, and I don't know, just little things about camping. There's people out there with way more experience than me, so I appreciate getting feedback. So yeah, thanks guys for being nice. And just continuing to be here and watch the videos. The support, you know, it just allows me to carry on doing this. If I didn't have an audience, I guess, hey, the wicker, I couldn't really, you know, justify coming out so often. So yeah, massive shout out to everyone, and especially the channel members. Your support means a lot. What do you want, man? You want some beans? Nah, no beans for you. I'll give him a bean. Come here. It's food. There's the incoming snow clouds. That's gonna get here soon. Well, it's been a rather lovely morning. Really chilled out. This whole camp's been quite relaxing. No crazy weather for this one, although the winds did pick up, and I had rain all night, which was really nice in the tent. Didn't really get much of it on camera, so that's a bit of a shame, but still good to be out, and lovely just to have a more chilled out camp and test out all this new gear. This jacket, super happy with it, and the pack. I'm going to really test that stuff out and make the most of it. I'll put a link in the description to Cactus. They ship globally, so you can see the products and you can get them for yourself. But I think I'm going to pack up now, slowly, and yeah, I might show you around a bit once I'm walking out. This pack's like a bottomless pit. Going for my baked beans, eh? They don't fear humans at all. They don't even really respond to anything. Barely even if you yell at them, they don't. Whoa! Whoa! No movement. Look at this pack, there's so much gear in it. It's not even full either. We'll get this on, we'll get walking out. Ugh. Good thing it's not a big walk back to the vehicle, because there is quite a substantial amount of weight in here. The pack does take it pretty well though. I imagine you could take like 30 kilos in this pack pretty easy. I probably had more weight than that when walking in. It feels good. Lambs, sheep. We love sheep in New Zealand. New Zealand has a reputation for really, really liking sheep. We used to have something like, I don't know, 20 sheep per person or something in the country. I actually don't know the figures, but there were a lot. And we got some unfortunate nicknames, which I won't mention on this channel because it's inappropriate. But you guys probably know what I mean. Well, that's another camp complete. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. It was pretty chilled out, quite nice and relaxing, but it was a good test of all that new gear. The weather's changing now, we're going into like summer, so I guess the content will change a bit too. I have a few big trips planned, which I didn't really get around to last year because we had the newborn baby. But I think now that she's older, I should be able to get out for a bit more of an extended trip, so that's something to look forward to. But for now, I'm going to head home, and yeah, probably pack my bags, and I'll be going out for another camp soon. But thanks for coming, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.